If you're running this country and you're saying, we want to make the greatest country the world has ever known, we think we have the greatest country, we can make it even better, and here's how. The number one would be we got to fix the ghettos. Number one, we got to, the economic disparity, the disparity in terms of the prospects that people have for living a normal, healthy life without violence and crime. The difference between someone who's born in Baltimore and someone who's born in Beverly Hills are so off the charts different, and no one's doing jack shit to try to even that out. Like this idea about like financial equality, like you're not going to achieve that because you're not going to achieve effort equality. There's certain people who are just going to always work harder than other people. All money over $3 million that a person makes should be taxed at 90%. Like that's great for you to say because you're never going to make $3 million. But that's so stupid. The idea behind it is so stupid. The understanding of where that money goes is so stupid. The understanding of incentives. Well, what about venture capital money? What about all the money that you need to make an iPhone? Do you think anything's going to happen if you tax everybody over $3 million 90%? No. And where's the money going, by the way? It's just going to some magical fairy who's going to evenly distribute it to everybody else, and we're all going to live a great life? You're just going to empower the government to steal money.
I have done like 2 or 3 videos about this particular topic on this show, and somehow I still came across videos of people who still do not get it, who are still confused about the whole concept on taxing the rich or on people paying their fair share. I will let Sam explain. Go on. I have always thought, well, I still do, that Joe Rogan is one of the smartest people. After all, he has a very successful podcast. And he has talked to many, many intelligent people. And I also think that to have that level of success, you must be doing something that other people are not doing, cannot do, or don't know how to do, which in other ways makes you a smart person. But when I hear what Joe Rogan said about Sam's suggestion on taxing profit, I realized that he clearly did not understand what Sam was talking about, or he pretends not to do. How can he not get what Sam was saying? I have also realized one thing, right? That people hear what you say and totally say something different. You might be saying something right now and everyone is listening, but somehow they are not, because if they listen carefully to what you said, they would not say something totally different. Now, let me give you some backstory for those of you who might not have watched the previous videos that I did about this same issue. Sam Seder was on the PBD podcast. Patrice in Florida. It's a very popular platform. And Patrick and his co-hosts are all like Republicans, conservatives, right? Just to summarize everything in one sentence, they hate taxes. So anything to do about taxing them more would be frowned upon. And so Sam made a suggestion. The wealth gap between the rich and the poor is too wide. The economic disparity between the rich and the poor is really big. And in his own opinion, the only way we can do to try to like bring it a little bit closer or bring it a little bit smaller is that rich people get taxed 90% after their profit exceed a certain threshold. Now, Sam really made it clear that, for example, if you are a business owner, if you are like someone who has a business, at the end of the month, you receive your revenue. You pay your staffs. You pay your bills. You deduct anything that was a company expense. The balance, which is your profit, should be taxed when it exceeds 3 million USD. For example, after paying your employees, after paying your rent, after paying everything that you need to pay, and after deducting everything that is company expenses, if your net profit is 3.1 million, that is 3,100,000 USD, 3 million will be taxed normally. The leftover, which is 100,000, will be taxed 90%, which means that the balance 100,000 USD, the government would take 90,000 and you're left with 10,000. It's as simple as that. So if you do not want the government to take much of your money, you might want to invest more. If you do not want to give the government so much money, you might decide to hire more staff, which is going to create more jobs for the people. If you do not want to give the government so much money, you might decide to increase the wages of your employees, which is going to make their lives better. This was the point that Sam was raising. But somehow, the conservatives are not getting it. That if people are taxed more, they will not want to have so much money as profit. And they will spend more, or they will invest whatever comes in back into their businesses and create more employment and more opportunity for less privileged people in society. That was the whole point Sam was making. You might disagree with it. You might not like being taxed, but at least you would understand it, you will get it, and you will not misrepresent it, or you will not re-echo it like what they are doing. Because what Joe Rogan did was totally misrepresent Sam's suggestion. And his viewers, who might not have seen the original video, would take to what he said and then would have a negative view about Sam, whereby Sam never said what Joe Rogan was saying. And I love Joe Rogan, okay? I watched his show. I think he is someone who is very interesting. But on this particular point, I don't know if he was clouded by just bias and hatred or whatever, I don't know. And one more thing, he could at least call him by name, not like that guy, that dude. That's really not a good thing or the right way to go. But you guys out there, what is your take on this whole confusion on what Sam said on the PBD podcast? Do you really think that people like Joe Rogan, who in my own estimation are very smart, still do not get it? Or they are just trying to mislead their fans and followers? Let us know in the comment section below, because like always, we love hearing what you have to say. And also, please do not forget to like this video, share this video, follow our Facebook page, and most importantly, subscribe to this channel, because little bit of goodwill, like the one you are doing just now, help us a lot, and we shall forever be grateful to you. So thank you very much for doing just that. And like always, see you in the next one.